There's a side to VDARA very few know about, and it could change the way you see luxury living in Las Vegas. In this video, I will cover everything you need to know about living in VDARA. If you have any questions along the way, be sure to share them in the comments below. Location and accessibility. The one thing I love about VDARA is its location. It's unbeatable. You are literally located in the center of the Las Vegas Strip. VDARA is located within City Center, which is 67 acres in the roundabout next to Aria. The cool thing about the accessibility of VDARA is you don't have to access it through the busy Las Vegas Strip. You can access it through Harmon Avenue. But you still get access to all of the amazing amenities of the Las Vegas Strip. You're just a few minutes walk to Crystals, which has the top designer stores. Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior. You also have Mastro's, you have Toco Madera. Right next door, you have Aria, which is a casino with gorgeous, gorgeous flowers and arrangements that they do at the different seasons. They also have great restaurants. One of my favorite restaurants ever is Javier's, located right within Aria. You also are located next to T-Mobile Arena, so you could easily walk to go see the Golden Knights play, maybe win another Stanley Cup, or you could go see a concert. They also have different games and all these different events going on at the T-Mobile Arena. So being within that city center block, you have access to so many amazing things. One of my favorite bars located in the Waldorf Astoria on the 23rd floor is some of the best views you're gonna have of the city, the best cocktails, and I love the vibe in there. It's not a huge, crazy bar. It's more of a lounge, very classic, gorgeous cocktails, gorgeous view, and it's not too loud in there. I love taking friends or out-of-town guests to have a cocktail, check out the views, and just have a great time. Housing options. VDARA offers a variety of different sizes. They have studios up to 2 bedrooms. The studios are gonna range around 545 square feet, while the 2 bedrooms are gonna offer a suite style at over 2,055 square feet. The one thing to note about VDARA is that not all of the condos are owned by individual owners. Only 149 of those were sold off to different people. So that is very limiting, and that is why VDARA does command a higher price per square foot than other condotel buildings like Palms Place or MGM Signature. The reason is when they announced the VDARA project, it was gonna be this high-rise condo, everyone was super excited, and then we had the crash of 2008. That stopped sales of the high-rise condos, and they turned those into more hotel-style situations. MGM completely halted sales of VDARA high-rise condos during the crash. They didn't want to depreciate the value, and they wanted to ensure that the people who were investing in this project were getting a nice value for their unit. And most people know this. Listen, the crash of 2008 was scary. It put a lot of people into a frenzy, but eventually things recover, and they have in VDARA. This does mean that there isn't a lot of supply. I mean, at one time, I think the most I've ever seen in my entire career is 3 units for sale. Most of the time, you might see 1, and they tend to go pretty quickly because there aren't too many of them. If you're looking for a larger unit, they go even quicker because it's really hard to get one. There aren't that many available. Another thing to note about the building design, the VDARA structure of the building is quite unique. It is truly a piece of art. What makes it unique is that most conventional high-rise towers have 4 corner suites per floor, while VDARA has 6. Many of these units face north, which really helps you take in those Bellagio fountain views. Imagine being able to see the Bellagio fountain show from your living room. The units are clean, modern, and I feel timeless. Whenever I go into one of these units, it always reminds me of a really nice upscale hotel suite. It's not too fancy, it's not too cheap. It really just feels like a nice upscale, timeless unit. And again, you are in the best location of all of the Las Vegas Strip. You're not at the end, you're not at the beginning, you're right in the heart. In terms of pricing, a studio unit is gonna run you anywhere from $650,000 to $675,000, while a 1-bedroom unit is gonna be about $850,000 to $890,000. That's around $1,000 to $1,300 a square foot. This really depends on the condition of the unit, the view of the unit, and the floor of the unit. Your HOA is gonna run you anywhere from $750 to $1,028 a month, depending. Your HOA includes the gorgeous pool, there's a gorgeous fitness center. You also have valet, concierge, lovely business center, and different little lounges throughout the property. Fun fact, the sculpture outside of VDARA was created by Nancy Rubin, and it features over 200 canoes and different styles of boats and kayaks. It's super unique and it's something that a lot of my clients ask me about. The sculpture is meant to resemble a blooming flower, but when you really look at it, you can see the boats, the canoes, and you can see that it's all tied together with this big wire string. It's really unique and really cool. So the next time you drive through City Center, be sure to take a look. Buying process. A lot of my clients want to come into town and check out high-rise condos that are in condotel programs. And while that seems like something you can do on the weekend, it is really difficult to do. Most of the time these units are booked, and that's something you want to see if you're looking to invest in something like this. Now, as someone who has invested in condotel, I own a unit at Palms Place. I know for a fact it is really hard to see units when there's a lot of events going on, huge conferences, conventions, and most weekends. So something you want to take into consideration is if you do want to see one of these units, you have to be a little flexible. You have to know that Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually an ideal time to see them. There isn't as much traffic. Most people have checked out on Monday and they're checking in on Thursday. So what I've found through experience that Tuesdays and Wednesdays are a great day to see these units. Now you can only see these units during check-in and check-out, which is between 12 and 4. And it is almost impossible to get a weekend showing on one of these units. So if you're looking to plan a trip to see one of these units, keep this in mind. Now, most financing options are unavailable for condotels. They're non-warrantable condos. There's more renters than owners. There's a couple of different other reasons as well. Sometimes the HOA dues aren't paid up. Sometimes there's a litigation going on. There's different reasons why it's really difficult to finance these. So if you're not cash or doing a 1031 exchange, I mean, there's many creative ways to get cash to pay for one of these. I would highly encourage you to do a lot of due diligence before looking for a lender who says they can do this. I've had much experience with people who've told me that they can get a lender and it's not worked out. So make sure you do your due diligence or prepare to be cash. So how does it work to purchase one of these? Well, you come into town and hope you can see one of these units. Oftentimes they are booked, so it can be really difficult to see the one unit you really want to see. So you have to be flexible. You'd write an offer, you'd have a due diligence period where you can get an inspector to go in, check out the unit, check out all the main functions, make sure everything's running smoothly. Another thing I always advise my clients to look at is the condition of the furniture. Check underneath, take out the pull-out bed, really do a thorough inspection of the furniture because the inspector does not inspect this stuff, and you want to know the lifeline of that furniture. If you want top dollar on Airbnb, you need those 5-star reviews. And if you have furniture that really needs to be replaced, I doubt you're gonna get a 5-star review, so it's something you're gonna wanna consider while budgeting for these condotels. Now in some instances, I've walked in and the furniture looks like it's never been touched. So you have to really look at the furniture and really make that decision. So after your due diligence period, then you're gonna get your HOA documents where you can read the rules, all the regulations, ask questions of the HOA, because like I always say, there's no negotiating with the HOA. The HOA fees and what it offers is what it is. After that, you would sign, record, get your deed, and it's up to you what you want to do with it. Do you want to put it on Airbnb? Do you want to put it in the hotel program? Do you want to use it for family and friends, or maybe for yourself? It really depends on what you're looking for and what your goals are. If we haven't met yet, my name is Courtney Bentley and I'm a luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas. I offer a concierge service to take the headache out of moving to my favorite city, Las Vegas. If you're watching this and you're enjoying it, I encourage you to hit the bell so you never miss a video, and be sure to subscribe. Now let's move on. Amenities and services. I briefly discussed the HOA and what it includes, but let's dive a little bit deeper into the amenities and services this wonderful building has to offer. The VDARA has a lounge as well as a Starbucks. So if you're someone who loves to get their Starbucks, you will love being at VDARA. The pool is magnificent. It is 40,000 square foot pool with cabanas, lounge chairs, and they always have a really cool vibe. Something unique about this property is there's an 18,000 2-story spa salon. Within the spa salon, you have 11 private treatment rooms, a sauna, a steam room, a gym, a co-ed lounge area. It is absolutely wonderful and one of my favorite spots. There's also 24-hour valet, doorman, bellhop, and an area to walk your furry friends. The benefits of living in a hotel are you have room service. Now the room service hours do change, so that's something to note. I'm not going to share what they are right now because they change so often. It's not 24 hours, I will let you know that. The beauty of living in a hotel is you have room service, and the room service changes all the time. The hours change around, but you do have the opportunity to just call down, to the Market Cafe and get some sandwiches delivered, which I think is very convenient. The other thing to note is you are so close to some of the world's best restaurants. You literally go down your elevator, walk over to Javier's, walk over to Toca Madera, go to Mastro's and have a steak. There's so many options within City Center, you will never get bored. Let's see how well you know VDARA now. Which of these amenities are offered at VDARA? The first person to answer correctly will get a shout out in my shorts. A limo to take you wherever you want to go. B, a pool. C, a day club. Let me know in the comments below. Living experience. Like I shared, you are literally in the heart of Las Vegas. Your living experience can be whatever you want to make it. Do you want to go to concerts every week? Do you want to go to the Bellagio fountain show every single day? You could totally do any of these things. In terms of living in the building and having a community, I would say there's probably not much of a community there. You're in a hotel. There's a revolving door right next door to you. There's a lot of people in and out. There's conferences, conventions, a lot going on. So to say that you're gonna have a meet your neighbor type situation, you're probably not. The beauty of VDARA is you can own one of these units, and let's say you wanna come here for a month, and then you wanna leave and you wanna put it in the rental program. You can easily do that. You can Airbnb it. You can have a property manager run it for you. So if you're someone who just wants to have a very conveniently located condo, you want to have some hotel-like services, your HOA for this building is very reasonable for what it has to offer. You want to be able to walk places, not have to drive anywhere. You can own one of these condos and rent it out when you're not using it. I would say that's a huge benefit of this building. Another thing to note is VDARA is a pet-friendly situation. So you can bring 2 dogs up to 70 pounds. They don't allow cats right now, but it's something that's really unique because other buildings that are condomotels don't always allow pets unless they're service animals. I would say if you're someone who likes to meet people, mingle, and just kind of have a unique scene all the time, you could live in VDARA and be very happy. You could go down to Bar VDARA, hang out, grab some cocktails, see what kind of the buzz is going on. I'm sure once you're part of the MGM programs, which VDARA is a part of, you can have some of those benefits as well. Those change often, but it's something to look into if you're looking to purchase one of these units. If you're looking for a modern, easy condo that's in a fabulous location, the VDARA is something you should definitely consider and check out. Like I shared, there isn't a lot of inventory, so if you're interested, definitely reach out to me. I can put you on a list. I usually find out about units right away so I can let you know if you're interested and we can get you set up. For more videos about Henderson, high-rises in Las Vegas, and any relocation tips, check out the videos above. If you're enjoying this video, I encourage you to subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.